Morning students. Today we are discussing about cement, our first chapter. So what is cement? Cement means any substance that acts as a binding agent for different materials. It is mixture of calcareous, siliceous and aluminous substances and crushing the resulting clinkers to a fine powder at 400 degrees centigrade. What is the function of cement in concrete? It binds the aggregates when water is added. What are the chemical ingredients of the cement? The chemical ingredients of the cement are lime, silica, aluminum, iron oxide. Which are the chemical compound of the cement? Tricalcium silicate, dicalcium silicate, tricalcium aluminate, tetracalcium, aluminum ferrate, free lime and gypsum are the chemical compounds of the cement. Manufacturing process of the cement. There are two types of manufacturing process of the cement. One is dry process and second one is wet process. What is dry process? In this, the raw material are crushed, dry and fed in the correct proportions into the grinding mill where they are dried and reduced to a very fine powder. The dry powder called raw meal is then further blended and corrected for its right composition and mixed by means of compressed air. Okay, then next one is wet process. What is wet process? In this, the chart is shown. This is the wet process, right? Firstly, in wet process, the clay and water is given to the wash mills, then it goes to the storage basins, and similarly, limestone is given to the crusher to the storage basins, then it all comes to the wet grinding mills to make slurry, right? Then blending of the slurry is correct. Blending of the slurry to the correct composition, then it goes to the storage correct slurry, then it goes to the rotary clean, whereas powdered coal and oil or gas is heat given to heat to increase the temperature, which is at 1300 degree centigrade to 1500 centigrade. Then it goes to the clinkers, here as cooled air is given, and then it goes to the ball mill, and where the clinker there is gypsum is added 2 to 3%, then it goes to the ball mills, and then it goes to the silos means a tank where cement is stored, then it gives to the packing plant, right? This is the wet process. Then what are the chemical constituents of ordinary Portland cement OPC? Chemical constituents are lime CaO, which is of 60 to 70 67%. Then silica is there, SiO2, it's 17 to 25%. 70 to 25%. Then iron oxide or ferrous oxide, it is of just 0.5 to 0.6%. Alumina is there, Al2O3, 3 to 8%. Gypsum or calcium sulfate, CaSO4, is 3 to 4%. Magnesium oxide is MgO, which is 0.1 to 4%. Sulfur trioxide, which is SiSO3, which is 1 to 3%. Alkalis such as soda and potash, Na2O, K2O, which is 1.1 to 1%. Then next is Bogies compound. What is Bogies compound? The raw material The raw materials, when subjected to high temperature, combine with each other to form the complex compound. The four compounds usually regarded as major compounds are listed, which are dicalcium silicate, which is 21 to 45%, tricalcium silicate, which is 25 to 50%, tricalcium aluminate, which is 5 to 11%, tetracalcium is 9 to 14%. Other constituents like gypsum is 80%. Then physical properties of compounds. First is setting and hardening of the compound. Although the process of setting and hardening of the cement takes place simultaneously, yet there is a difference between the two. Setting of the cement involves changing of plastic state cement paste to the stiff solid state, which is not strong enough and has a very small compressive strength. Hardening of the cement concrete is the rate of gaining the strength with the passage of time. As the hydration proceed proceeds, the compressive strength of the product on increasing goes on increasing. The sequence of hydration of compound is listed below, which are tricalcium aluminate. Then in the tricalcium aluminate, as soon as water is added to the cement, hydrolysis of this compound starts. This process may be delayed for the 30 to 40 minutes by adding 2 to 3% of gypsum powder. This delay is essentially to gain the time of mixing water with the cement, transportation of that mix to the place of use, and for the finishing process. It is the compound responsible for the setting of cement. Right. Then what is next? Used for the finishing process. It does not contribute any strength to the concrete. Setting effect is maximum during the first 24 hours, and it does not extend beyond 28 hours. Then tricalcium silicate. This compound is next in line to set and harden. For the first 7 to 8 days, strength is imparted by the hydration of this compound only. During this reaction, again considerable heat of hydration is generated. Then dicalcium silicate, hydrolysis of this compound is comparatively low. Hydration of this compound starts about 7 days after mixing water in the cement concrete and continues for about a year. The characteristics behavior of the chemical compound and its comparison are given below. Then it is seen from the above description that setting hardening of the cement paste is mainly due to the hydration and hydrolysis action of the above mentioned four compounds, which are the compounds. Rate of reaction is medium in C3S, slow in C2S, and fast in C3A, and slow in C4A. But of the four, tetracalcium aluminoferrate is practically inactive and does not contribute to any strength and setting of the cement. Strength of the cement concrete developing after 7 days of the placement is dependent on the amount of dicalcium silicate. The chart is given, which is age or days on x-axis and compressive strength in kg per centimeter square in y-axis. The next point is water requirement for hydration. It has been estimated that on an average 23% of water by weight of cement is required for the chemical reaction with Portland cement compound. Also about 15% of water by weight of cement is required to fill up the gel pores. Therefore, a total 38% of water by the weight of cement is required for the complete hydration of the cement. It more than 38% of water is used. If more than 38% of water is used, then the excess water will be cause undesirable capillary cavities which make the concrete mass porous. Therefore, water or cement ratio of 0.6 is required for the hydration of the cement. If water cement ratio is more than 0.7, voids are created in the concrete which reduces strength and density of the concrete. Next point is hydration of the cement or heat of the hydration. The silicates and aluminates of the cement reacts with water form a binding medium which solidifies into a hardened mass. This reaction by virtue of which Portland cement becomes a binding medium is termed as hydration. The process of gaining strength to the cement due to hydration is called hardening of the cement. The hydration of the cement is exothermic, that is, it gives out heat with approximately 120 calorie per gram. Being liberated in the interior of a large concrete mass, the hydration can result in a large rise in the large concrete mass. The hydration can result in a large rise in temperature. At the same time, the interior of the concrete mass loses some heat so that a steep temperature gradient may be established, and during this subsequent cooling of the interiors during subsequent cooling of the interior, severe cracking may occur. That's it for the today. We'll catch on later.